다쳐서 수술을 한 적이 있기 때문입니다. 신부님, 제가 치매가 시작된 것 같은데 맑은 정신 붙들고 남은 생을 살아갈 수 있기를 기도 부탁드립니다. 아멘 하셨습니다, 신부님.
네, 아마 그 치매 증상이 있으시다면
네,
검사를
네.
일단 받아보시고
네.
그런 판정들을 기다려 보시면 좋겠고요. 그래야만 어떤 필요한 약들도 드실 수 있거든요. 저희 어머니도 약 드시고 계시고요. 그러니까 진행을 늦추게 도와주는 거죠. 아예
네, 네.
완치는
네.
불가능한 거니까 더 나빠지는 속도를 줄일 수 있었으면 좋겠고, 늘 아까도 말씀드렸지만 여러 번 말씀드리지만 치매에 걸린 분들은 가장 좋은 약이 무엇이겠습니까?
가족들의 사랑.
그렇습니다.
네,
예.
네.
예, 주변의 가족들의 사랑이 필요한 거지
네.
밖에서 문을 걸어 잠그는 것은 큰 도움은 아니지 않을까 해서
네,
예, 그런 저희 사회가 저희 신앙인들이 그런 마음으로 살아갈 수 있었으면 하는 그런 바람입니다.
네. 카테리나 자매님, 올리바 자매님의 기도에 함께하겠습니다. 어떤 기도 바칠까요?
네, 시편 67편으로 기도하겠습니다. 성부와 성자와 성령의 이름으로
아멘.
아멘. 하느님께서는 저희에게 자비를 베푸시고 강복하소서. 당신 얼굴을 저희에게 비추소서. 그리하여 세상에 당신의 길이, 만민에게 당신의 구원이 알려지게 하소서. 하느님, 민족들이 당신을 찬송하게 하소서. 민족들이 모두 당신을 찬송하게 하소서. 영광이 성부와 성자와 성령께 처음과 같이 이제와 항상 영원히 아멘.
네, 카테리나 자매님, 올리바 자매님의 기도에 함께했습니다. 오늘 좋은 말씀과 기도 바쳐주신 박규식 안브로시오 신부님께 진심으로 감사드립니다. 고맙습니다.
감사합니다.
저희는 다음 시간 다시 인사드리겠습니다. 안녕히 계십시오.
Fresh, chef-crafted meals in over 2,000 locations. Farmer's Fridge, good to go.
Whether you're a contractor or a master technician, Harbor Freight understands your job depends upon
하는 그런 소위 말하는 그런 완전 난립하는 시설들을 관리할 법률은 없는 거죠. 규례도 없고 법률도 없고.
완벽한 관리의 사각지대 속에서 이 같은 기관들은 어디에 몇 곳인지 정확히 어떤 내용을 가르치는지 파악도 되지 않은 채 오늘도 어린 학생들에 대한 극단적인 사상 교육은 계속되고 있습니다. MBC 뉴스 백수입니다.
극우 성향 교회들은 자신들의 극단적 활동에 청년들을 이용하고 있습니다. 내란국명 정치적 토론회를 청년들의 행사라고 홍보하거나 교회 청년들을 앞세워서 특정 후보를 지지하기도 했습니다. 이동경 기자입니다.
지난달 서울의 한 대형 교회. 연단에 나온 인사들이 쏟아내는 음모론적 주장에 호응이 끊이지 않습니다.
이게 바로 사기 선거고 부정선거지요. 우리 국민들은 다 알고 있는데 가짜 대통령과 가짜 국회의원 때문에 저희들은 힘이 없습니다. 할 수가 없지, 그렇죠?
여느 극우 집회를 연상케 하는 모습. 청년 신자들과 대화하겠다며 교회가 마련한 특별 행사였습니다. 부산의 한 대형 교회는 아예 지난 대선 기간 청년들을 앞세워 김문수 후보 지지 운동을 펼쳤습니다. 한 보수 성향 원로 목사는 윤석열 지키기에 나선 청년들이 당시 여당보다 낫다며 한껏 치켜세웠습니다.
미안하지만은 국힘 얘기는 안 해주는 게 좋겠어. 그 청년들 그렇게 나와서 떠는데 이것들은 몇 명 나오도 않았어.
이처럼 보수 교계가 청년을 눈에 띄게 강조하고 있는 건 교회들이 처한 현실과 무관치 않다는 분석이 나옵니다. 지난 2014년부터 2021년 사이 60대 이상의 개신교 신자 비율은 거의 그대로였지만 20대는 4%포인트나 줄어 10% 초반에 그쳤습니다. 신자 고령화와 젊은 층의 이탈 속에서 보수화된 청년들을 새 포교 대상으로 포착했을 거란 설명입니다.
지금 교회 내부에 20대들이 계속 빠져나가고 없다는 것 자체는 목회자들도 인지를 하고 있어요. 그 교회 입장에서는 얘네들 외롭게 이렇게 두지 말고 기독교인으로 만드는 게 어떻게 좋지 않을까?
교회 일각에선 극우화된 교회가 신자들의 이탈에 더욱 부채질할 거라고 비판하고 있지만 별다른 주목을 받진 못하는 실정입니다. MBC 뉴스 이동경입니다.
100만 개가 넘는 중국산 가짜 정수 필터를 밀반입한 일당이 세관에 적발됐습니다. 정품인 것처럼
People get happiness and some degree of happiness, and degree of happiness depends on actually choosing. What has come up with it? Let's happy. People who want to I think it's because of the I don't think no one gets it. I don't think no one gets it. Dividing will is using it for a better purpose. Okay, that we don't know. I mean, divine purity. I'm not worried about global warming. It's just that God divine purity, that global warming, people who are totally unproven, the third type totally unproven. Global warming is not going to happen. It's totally unproven. Something like first has goals, happens with certainty, and then God does everything with his power to change that. So the world is totally not true. Not true.
Florida's brand new lieutenant governor. He was with Governor DeSantis to announce deportation depot. So first of all, I asked my team to let you know, I'm going to just brag on you a second. Your background in the military is impressive. They swore you in on Tuesday for this new position, but 23 years in uniform as an Army Green Beret, a Purple Heart recipient, including 5 additional years as a Green Beret after losing your leg in combat injuries. You have protected this country. You move on to do it here on the homeland. Talk to me about this new mission before you, Lieutenant Governor.
Well, Harris, first off, thank you for having me on. And you know, I always like to say I didn't lose my leg. I know where it is. It's just not with me anymore. I was blessed to serve.
Wow.
Look, I am blessed to serve as Lieutenant Governor in the great state of Florida. Governor Ron DeSantis gets more things done than any other governor in our state's history. He is America's governor. He is leading the way in terms of supporting the Trump policy. President Trump's doing great things. Governor DeSantis is leading, and when Florida leads, America wins. Excited to be a part of it.
So talk to me about these detention facilities, because the border czar Tom Homan has told me you need more of these across the country, and Florida got everything started. How are you doing with the bed capacity? Because that's an issue, and there is money in the big, beautiful law now for this to happen.
That's right. We're doing pretty good on capacity. But the reason we've done this, and this has always been planned, I think it's important to put that note out. We need to have something up north. We were in Baker County just yesterday setting up the deportation depot. Alligator Alcatraz is still going. I think we got about 1,000 people, I believe was the number I heard. But people are coming in, they're going out. And to the point you made earlier, Harris, this is a short-term stop. We're not putting them in the Taj Mahal. We're not putting them at the Four Seasons. They're here to get set, get ready, and get back home to the countries of origin.
Well, you know, and I'm glad you touched on that, because there has been, from legacy and liberal media and some of their Democrat lawmaker guests, you know, a drumbeat about, oh, you can't put human beings in these detention facilities. Now, I haven't seen every one, but I do know that Alligator Alcatraz has been a place where you could put storm victims from hurricanes and whatnot. At least that area has been used for that.
Yeah, Harris, you're spot on. Look, I'll be honest with you. I deployed all over the planet. I stayed in far worse places as a member of our armed services multiple times. I've seen Alligator Alcatraz. The beds are clean, it's air conditioned, the food is great, the staff is trained, and people are treated with dignity and respect. It'll be the same way here. Governor DeSantis ensures that our team does things the right way, and we will never stop short. Excellence is our choice.
And Lieutenant Governor, can you talk to me a little bit about the speed at which you're able to deport people from here? Because that's the other criticism. Well, we know 60 to 70% of these people need to be deported like right now, and then some are on expeditious, some are on final deportation orders. How quickly and how do these detention centers help you speed up the calendar on that?
Well, it's critical to have these deportation centers, the deportation depot, Alligator, Alcatraz, set up in states. The federal government needs to have the states step up and lead and be a part of this. You've heard the president say it, you've heard Governor DeSantis say this, and I'm going to echo both of their comments. This is an emergency. The American people have given President Trump a mandate to take illegal immigration completely seriously. And he is on a mission to solve that problem. Governor DeSantis has led on this, and having these footholds in states, working with additional law enforcement, with members of the state community, to work with the federal government to get these people deported and back to their countries of origin is exactly what it has to work, how it has to work. It's what our founding fathers had intended. And something I learned in the military, teamwork makes the dream work. And in Florida, we're supporting the president's agenda completely.
One last question for you, because we talk about the numbers of people who came into this country under Joe Biden. I mean, the open border policy that was there, many of them unvetted, many of them unknown gotaways, as they call them, because even our detection cameras couldn't pick up more than a shadow or the back of them as they run away and feather out into our country. Where are we right now in what you're seeing? Are we catching people quickly enough?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I think we would all like to see more, but in Florida, we are doing really well. We're being aggressive. We're following our rules and our laws. We're making sure that we meet all of those metrics. But in the end, I challenge other governors, other states to step up and follow Governor DeSantis' lead. Support our president. Do what the American people need us to do. Take illegal immigration seriously, and let's move this thing forward and take care of the American people. The great thing about putting America first and making America great again, they're verbs. They're action-oriented. We have to get things done. And deeds, not words, is what we do in Florida.
Amen to that. And of course, that message really meant in the largest part for those Democrat-led cities that AG Pam Bondi now is looking at and saying,